Rock, Rock, can I have a few moments with you, ask you a few questions?
Fine.
I don't know if you're aware, but what's your intake of things with this whole? I'm not sure if you're aware, but Bronson Reed has been attacking the bloodline.
Oh, don't worry.
Hospital.
The final boss
What's your?
is aware of that.
How do you feel about it?
How do you think I feel? But look,
Disrespected?
yes. I feel disheartened. Because I thought, when I first laid eyes on Bronson Reed, I thought he was going to be one of those wise guys that won't attack the bloodline and the Rock's family. But you know what? But then he comes around thinking he is big Bronson Reed, going after the biggest damn family, the best damn family, and the biggest damn faction there is in this damn industry. And The Rock feels like how any other family member would feel if their family got treated that way. And let me ask you a question. Would you react the same if he attacked your family?
Well, yeah, but we're being.
Exactly.
I'm just doing my job, Rock. Okay.
I know. But the final boss isn't here to play games. And if Bronson Reed wants to play games, then we'll play games. Bronson, whenever you're free, after King of the Throne, whenever you're free, how about you fight the bloodline in a 1-on-5 gauntlet match? Then you'll be begging for mercy, pleading the final boss, pleading Roman Reigns, acknowledging us. And I don't know about you, but I feel disrespected, and I don't like how the fans, the people, are not acknowledging Roman Reigns as their tribal chief. How they're not acknowledging The Rock as their high chief. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations, Saudi Arabia. From being the biggest amount of trailer park trash the world has ever seen. Because I know deep down inside you guys don't acknowledge the bloodline. And I'm sick of it. You know what? I'm sick of it. And what did you say? How does it make me feel? It doesn't matter how it makes The Rock feel. But the only thing, it doesn't matter what the fans, what the fans feel. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what The Rock thinks. It doesn't matter what Bronson Reed thinks. It matters about when you hurt The Rock's family. When you hurt the final boss's family. When you mess with the final boss's family, you mess with the final boss himself. Next question.
Not what I was expecting. Well, we know how he feels. And we know he's seen these attacks unfold for the bloodline. Next question, bro. Well, is a lot of people are wondering if Roman Reigns, do you actually acknowledge Roman Reigns? Now I know what you're thinking, but a lot of fans have posted online on social media that after the events of WrestleMania, you fought Roman Reigns in that match, and you lost. So a lot of people wondering, a lot of people wondering, you're acting as if you acknowledge Roman Reigns, but in reality, apparently some people say, in reality, you are the total opposite, and you just want to get closer to the belt you nearly won at CR Mania, the Universal Championship.
What fan said that?
And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of fans on social media wondering that.
Does it say how many?
I can look. Wow. 1.5 thousand. I mean, if it's about The Rock, Hollywood's actor, then a lot of people's gonna
The
see
Rock is disgusted in the fans. You think? Do they know how much I'm doing for Roman Reigns? I'm putting Bronson Reed in a damn 1 versus 5 gauntlet match against the bloodline.
Thinking this is an act, just to get closer to the undisputed.
Hold on.
Not universal.
If I
Destiny Universal Championship.
If I wanted the undisputed champion, you know, the final boss, The Rock, he's not one of those guys who sneak closer to any titles. He's not one of those guys who act slow at getting titles. He completely and outright confesses, and if I wanted to betray Roman Reigns, I would have already done it way before now. And it was my choice to join the bloodline.
I'm aware, but I mean, it's maybe just a conspiracy theory, but don't give me that look, Rock. I'm just forwarding on messages to you, the man I'm interviewing, The Rock. So just don't do anything to me, alright? I'm just doing my job.
And plus, if I wanted the Undisputed Championship, I wouldn't be in a match against Triple H tonight. And hopefully that damn Odie, well, I can't say Odie because I'm old myself, but you see, The Rock still has it in his bones. Triple H still has it in his bones, and he wants to run it back one more time. And if I wanted the Undisputed Championship, I wouldn't be fighting and competing for the Destiny and Unknown Unified
but
title.
Also, another part of me is thinking, again, it could still be an act. You could still do all of this stuff just to make it so as if you're like totally not going for the Undisputed, and then out of nowhere, boom, hit rock bottom, literally. And look, this may be, I think this is a new side of Rock, you know? Rock has never worked in a team before, so maybe you'll feel uncomfortable working as a team. So I think, personally, that you will want to go solo, and you will want to grab what's rightfully yours. But what happens if you lose against Triple H?
It's not an if. What?
You don't know.
Listen.
Okay.
Now, I confessed. You know what? How about we run it back a couple of weeks? How about when I completely and outragefully confessed that I put that poison in Triple H's trick, and he hasn't shown his damn face
That's
ever since that. And look, now that was because now I have a better advantage of winning here tonight. Because who knows, he might not even be able to show up, and he might have to relinquish the titles, and that means The Rock will get it easier. And I don't care if you fans cry, moan, and saying, oh, that's cheating. Screw you. The Rock does, the final boss does whatever the final boss wants to do. And he does it at his very best. And if you want to try and stop me, then all I have to say is bring it on.
I'm gonna leave you to it.
And you won't be calling me man after this event. You'll be calling me champion.
I'm gonna leave you to it. I did have a lot more questions, but you seem a little angry.
No. The Rock has time.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm not gonna attack you because you done nothing wrong. Those damn fans have thinking that it's actually quite funny, to be fair. Them thinking that I'm gonna somehow betray Roman Reigns and get what I want. What I want is the Destiny and Unknown Unified Championships. That's what The Rock wants. And he wants to bring the two main event titles back into the bloodline. Roman Reigns wants to bring the Undisputed. The Rock, wants to bring the Destiny and Unknown Unified Championships to the bloodline.
Have you ever thought, this is one question. Have you ever thought, Rock, that Roman was kind of a little held back when you announced you wanted to be in the bloodline? It took the hardest to get in his head as you being in the bloodline. He said no at first. You had to do all this when Rosie, Jimmy, all the other guys, Solo, they just got accepted. But you had to prove yourself, even though you're blood. Honky Tonk Man got accepted. Doesn't that bother you that why Reigns held back? Was it because you fought at CRR Mania and I don't know, maybe he's skeptical about you.
Listen.
Maybe he thinks you still want his goal. Maybe telling him will clear a cloud of doubt.
We all know this happens to many families. Cousins, they fight. They have arguments. They do all this, do all that. First minute, they act like they want to kill each other. The next, they acknowledge each other out of their damn bones. But then, in comes the twist. Listen, sometimes I do question that. But then, The Rock thinks of one word and one word only. Family.
Back to your point moments ago. Back to your valid point about when you said families fight and they managed to make up in the end. Why doesn't that fall in the line for some of them? You know who I'm talking about. The one member that isn't family.
Jay?
Yeah. Why isn't he made up yet?
Look, The Rock doesn't have a problem with Jey Uso. If Jey Uso wants to come back into the bloodline, The Rock doesn't care.
That's what Jimmy's been trying to do. But Reigns is not having it. Maybe you should go talk to him. You know?
Look, I'm on nobody's side. If Jay wants to stay
I'm just saying. Look,
solo on his own...
I know I'm meant to be just an interviewer, but I want to give you some advice. Now, see what Jimmy wants Jay in the bloodline? That's the only way Usos is coming back. You, certainly, like you said, don't mind Jay coming back in the bloodline.
Jay's never
but
threatened to hurt The Rock.
But, you see, I know that. But, maybe if you and Jimmy have a word with Roman, maybe if you gain an extra bloodline member, if you gain your whole family back, if you gain Jay back into the bloodline, into your family, then the bloodline will be unstoppable. Maybe these cracks, these nibbles, these bites out of the unfinished bloodline saga is because there's only one puzzle piece remaining left to fill. And maybe that one puzzle piece is Jey Uso. You see, Bronson, I think Bronson's got his eye on Jey Uso. They're falling apart. They were friends. See, what I'm trying to say is if you get Jay back into the bloodline, maybe your whole bloodline power will be unstoppable. That's where you win gold. Just because this one piece is missing.
I like that word. Unstoppable. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that give you the chills? I never thought this day would come. The bloodline actually get damn respected around here. And that day, my gosh, it's taken the longest it's ever taken before. And the bloodline, bring this up real close. The bloodline will not stop until the whole world have no choice but to acknowledge the bloodline. Good choice.
I'm gonna go. You should maybe. I heard in the King of Thrones event there's some punching bags in the gym. Maybe get your anger out on them, alright? Maybe, I don't know. Use it as Triple H's face or something. I don't know. I'm not on no one's side either, but.
No.
I'm just doing my job.
You see, Triple H and I may be having a match, fighting against each other.
But you respect one another.
Exactly.
Who do you hate then? Don't tell me. Bronson Reed.
You know, that's actually quite a good idea. I might get on The Rock's laptop and I might print out a damn picture of Bronson Reed, stick it onto the damn punching bag.
One more question. Aren't you worried that if you assault and if you attack and if you maul Big Bronson Reed, that a beast will head your way?
The Rock isn't afraid of the beast. He was never afraid. And then if the beast wants to come and save his little friend,
here's what I think, bro.
then the beast can come and try his very best to feast
the beast
on the final boss.
Will come out after you've assaulted and attacked and mauled Bronson Reed. And if you win the double duos of titles, the Destiny and Unknown Champion, then
When? That's the perfect word.
If that happens, okay, maybe that's then when the beast will arrive. Maybe he looks to do what Reigns and Umaga did to him that one time. Maybe when he's waiting for the right moment. I reckon just as you've won the titles, the Beast ambushes you, attacks you when you're alone backstage, when you're not with the bloodline. And then you get stripped off. As a revenge for Bronson and a flashback of Reigns. That's what I think. I'm just telling you my prediction. So I'm just saying, watch out, because Brock Lesnar's nobody to mess with.
Don't worry. The final boss is most definitely aware of the beast. Listen, and he's roaming around here thinking he's the main champ. Well, do you have destiny in the damn championship name, huh? No, you're just undisputed. You're just a secondary champion.
Doesn't that feel good though, Rock? If you could call yourself undisputed? I mean, he is friends with... The man that holds that title is friends with Bronson, so if all else fails with Triple H... Sorry.
Brock Lesnar is Roman Reigns' problem.
But
what
if he injures Roman?
Then he's gonna have to deal with the final boss. So Brock, don't think you're free. Don't think you're not free. Don't think you're gonna be free at Beyond Limits if that's a very small chance you walk out on top by some miracle at King of the Throne against my tribal chief, our tribal chief Roman Reigns, your tribal chief Roman Reigns. Then I think you're already looking at your next challenger. So, I don't care if I lose against Triple H here tonight. The Rock only cares if he gets revenge on Triple H for everything he's done to the bloodline. And that goes the same with Brock Lesnar. But in that case, I would want to win that title too. Because it's only rare that The Rock ever has a title match, a title shot at King of the Throne.
You're making history, actually. It's the first King of the Throne ever.
Yeah. And The Rock will make even more history when he wins at King of the Throne. And when Jimmy or Jacob Fatu become king. And when Solo becomes new World Heavyweight Champion. And when Roman Reigns becomes undisputed Destiny World Champion. And when The Rock wins the CRL Destiny and Unknown Championship.
Finally, last things last. Last but not least, any advice to future challengers and superstars who dare mess with the bloodline?
There won't be.
That's all I have. Well, thank you for your time. I acknowledge the bloodline, and I wish you all the bloodline the best, and I'm sending my best regards and wishes to those in hospital. Put them up, guys. Back to Michael Crow over at Destiny.